Hey guys, hopefully we're live. I'm gonna check my stream. It says we're starting. Wait for it to show up here. It says we're live. It says we're live. Okay. I was gonna name this Talking Tuesdays or Tech Tuesdays. I don't know. I just didn't know what to call it, so I did NOAA News. That's the segment we're gonna do. So this is pretty much a 30 to an hour minute live session where we talk about tech, things that are happening, about like gaming, tech, stuff like that, and I guess Nintendo stuff too. So, yeah, that is the goal. So, starting out, we will talk about. Let's see, what should we talk about? Um, we can do the Nintendo Direct Mini, which is number 3 on trending. So, if you guys didn't know, pretty much Nintendo at like 12 a.m. I believe the 20th of July. They're like, yo, there's gonna be a direct this morning at 10 a.m. Eastern, and oh, it's gonna be a partnered showcase with third party, and it's gonna be like 8-10 minutes, so nothing crazy. Now, I don't really have that much expectations for it. It was I don't know. I watched it. Everyone's like, "Oh my god, this isn't a good video." So I watched it. I'm like, it's okay. So if we show see if we can, let's see here. For the display, there we go. Okay. So I'm gonna play it. So the first thing they talk about is Cadence of Hyrule, new DLC content. Okay, not bad. And then they're like, they show this game made by Hyra Studios, who makes Paladins, I believe, and which it looks okay. We have more footage of that, and then we have this Battlegrounds WWE, which I don't care for WWE at all. Um, so yeah, that was a thing, and then they have now. There's like a whole like split divide on this because it's like a 50-50 type. Not well, not really. There's like 20,000 more likes than dislikes, but Shin Megami Tensei V or 5 and 2 remastered or HD remastered or 3 HD remastered, not 2, my bad. And apparently like I think the 5 game, the V game was like already in development and no one or they never like talked about this game, and then now they did, and fans are really happy, which is nice. But I don't know. I'm not, I heard it's like a big RPG game in like Japan and stuff, which is nice. But I didn't really care about the series. It's like Persona from what I heard. Um but yeah, let me do that. Okay, so I don't know. We have this so far, and I mean it was 8 minutes, and I'm just scrubbing through it here, and I don't know. It on one hand, yeah, like if you're a fan of that stuff, like those games, then it's not bad. But on the other hand, like if you're like me and you're just there wasn't it wasn't for everyone. So that's what I didn't like, wasn't for everyone. Um so I wish that, I mean you can't expect so much from this thing. Um so I don't know. Like it was okay. Could have been better. A lot of people were gonna be like, "Oh, where's Doom Eternal?" Because that was supposed to come out, I believe, on launch along with the other consoles and PC, so like PS4, Xbox One. But I was actually waiting for Doom Eternal. I wasn't gonna buy it, but I was like, Doom Eternal on the Switch would have been awesome as a technical standpoint, you know. And Crisis Remastered comes out in 2 days. Yeah, the 23rd comes out in 2 days. So they didn't talk about that, which again, those both are shooters, so if you're a shooter fan or FPS fan, whatever, you would have liked that. They didn't talk about that. So I was a little like, yeah, there's games coming out. And plus people I don't think a lot some people aren't some people that are disliking it aren't disliking it because like, oh, it's like the games. It's kind of that, but it's also because like people have been waiting a long time for any direct, and then we get one, and it's just kind of underwhelming. Like, yeah, again, if you're a fan of like the SMT series, then you might like it, and that's good. But we're in a pandemic, which I understand too. But like, we already have, uh, I think Xbox is having their event this month, and PlayStation already has Ghost of Tsushima out already, and like Last of Us 2. So they already have two big heavy hitter games coming out. But with 2020, all we've had was Animal Crossing, so that's that pretty much. And we've had Paper Mario, but that's not gonna. I mean, that's a story game, so that's not really gonna last hundreds of hours on like Animal Crossing where you could just terraform. Uh, I need to get back into Animal Crossing. I haven't really finished. Look, I've beaten the game, but I haven't really like touched that game in like over a week. So I should probably get into that game more. But once you terraform, there's not much to do, even if you collect all the fossils, the fish, all that stuff. So I agree that people didn't like it. I didn't like it either. It's just we were just hungry for a direct, and then we got one. But I would rather have them wait longer and have them just release a regular direct with a lot more content that's like 10, 20 minutes long, probably 15, 20 minutes, let's be honest, than 8 minutes or 10 minutes. And that would be way better. But we got an 8-minute, 4 or 5 game like release, which felt super fast and was 8 minutes long. So that's all we had. So if they had just waited and really done that, then that would have been better because there's a lot of stuff to look forward to, and regular directs are for like new games that are coming out with release dates, or games that haven't had a release date is where they announce that too. So I think that pretty much covers most of it. But people are saying, "Oh, it's just a direct mini. You don't need to go crazy over it." I'm just looking at these comments here. Um, I'm streaming. I'm streaming Go. Yeah. So pretty much, I mean, it was okay. They could have done better. So that's our first topic. That was like what, 7 minutes? Okay, we're gonna try to make these longer so we have more to talk about. The next one is this gamer girl game. So if I switch that over there, um, I'm not gonna play any audio. So pretty much, you play the role as this moderator in like a fake Twitch chat type thing, and you help her like remove bad comments, all that stuff. Again, you're the moderator, delete comments and stuff. And I mean, there's this whole like, I don't know, because people that are females, and not everyone. I'm not like stereotyping, but some females are like, oh, we have to already deal with enough as it is. Why should we have to play this game? And again, you don't have to play the game. Um, you could play. They're playing this cheesy Mario Kart, Garfield Kart clone, and then this guy's like, "Yo, why you streaming?" He's like, "Oh, you're." She's like, "Oh, you're jealous, whatever." And then so if you play a little bit here, like, "Oh, I'm worried," and then it's like story driven. It's kind of like Life is Strange and Telltale series meets like Twitch Simulator. It's pretty much Twitch Simulator. Uh, so that's that, pretty much. So it just got a lot of controversy because some female streamers deal a lot of they deal with a lot of bullying and cyber harassment, stuff like that, and they feel that it's gonna make it worse and stuff. So it's like they just don't want to deal with it, which I get. But I mean, I don't know. I'm split on it because I don't think, like, again, you don't have to buy or play the game at all. Which this is gonna relate to our next topic, which I think I'll talk a lot of. But this topic isn't something crazy to talk about. It's just a game. Again, you don't have to buy it or anything. Just out there. Um, so again, this is I'll just show some gameplay. There you go. Here's a little highlight reel. So that's that. That's Gamer Girl. It looks okay. I don't really care, but and it's coming to Switch, so that's pretty cool. It's coming to Switch, Xbox, PS4, and Steam. So there's that. So next we're gonna. Oh, speaking of Paper Mario, as I said earlier, Paper Mario got review bombed on Metacritic. I think it was a lower score, but so Metacritic gave it a score of 81, and the user score is 6.7, which is way lower. And as you can see, a lot of negative reviews compared to the positive. Now, I don't agree with cancel culture or review bombing. It doesn't really help anything at all. Um, it's just really dumb, honestly. Like, if you don't like the game, just say, "Hey, didn't like the game," but you don't have to. Now, that's only if you genuinely don't like the game. Then yeah, leave a negative review if you don't like the game. That's fine. But someone's like, "Oh, bad game, very bad game." They're like, it's kind of like a troll type thing, you know. Um, like this is a good review. You know, it's a mixed review, but it's not bad. You know, a long, in depth, review, not bad. That's not bad. So they did that, and then yeah. Um, so I think they said unskippable cutscenes. I'm not sure. I'm not into Paper Mario really, so if you guys like that, then you guys can read. But I'm not into Paper Mario, so it's whatever. But pretty much it got review bombed somewhat because people just don't like games. I don't know. Like every new game that comes out is gonna get review bombed. That's really dumb. So if we go, I think it happened to Animal Crossing. Look, 5.4. They gave it a 90. That's a good score. 90. Go to I don't know, The Last of Us? The Last of Us. Did they really Does it really not have it on this website yet? Bro, it's not even loading. Okay, here we go. Yeah, 5.5. I don't get the hate. I mean, okay, I don't know everything that happened, but this is pretty much yeah, it's this is pretty much talking about what's it called, Metacritic. So this is my first episode, so stuff isn't gonna be super clean and perfect, whatever. So you can always improve. So I hate this game. Some people hate games a lot more quickly. Like I don't. There's only a few games I don't like, and that's because I have a reason to not like them. But I don't know. It's yeah. So that's that topic. So if I close out that, there we go. Okay. Next topic is Henry Cavill or Cavill. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. I'm sorry. He built a computer. So I'm like, that's great. It's awesome. I was recently watching a lot of The Verge, PC guides and reactions, and they were really funny and just roasting at him, roasting the Verge build guide because it's so many issues with that. Um, but I have it up here, so we're gonna look at that here. So not bad. It appears he has a Ryzen 9 900X 2080 Ti, and I can, zoom in. And this is where he's like, wait a minute, my CPU fan's upside down. So yeah, that's upside down. He fixed it, even though you could fix it in the BIOS, I guess. Which, whatever. You didn't know about that, but that's okay. The fact that he built one is really awesome, though, because one time he was in an interview, and the guy's like, I think it was a premiere for Witcher 3 on Netflix, and interviewers like, oh, if you're gonna play Witcher, PS4 or Xbox. He's like, no, PC. So a lot of people are like, oh, PC. So yeah, he built a PC. Hopefully he's gonna do videos of like him playing Witcher or Cyberpunk or whatever. So that would be really nice to see. So that's him, installing it right there. Really cool stuff. So yeah, that's that story. We're gonna get through this really quickly. I mean, some of the stuff is really straightforward, but the next one, um, we already covered the Nintendo Direct Mini, but man, I don't want to spend more than 8 minutes covering that because, whatever. So we'll close out these tabs here because you already covered it. Next up, we have YandereDev. I don't know how to pronounce it. A lot of stuff with this. Okay, so this will hopefully spend the most amount of time talking about, and I think that's it. Um, hey, you're watching my stream. Nice. So pretty much, there's this guy. I think his name is Alex. He goes by Alex. Um, Pretty much, he's programming this game. Called YandereDev, which is, as Muda from Some Ordinary Gamers says, it's like a Hitman game. It's like a stealth game or something. You can kill people, all this weird anime stuff, whatever. And I'm gonna get through like all the. I'm not gonna. Now there's stuff about him being a pedophile and all this other weird stuff, but I'm gonna talk about the game first. That's the goal here. So people have looked at his code or source code, whatever, and it contains a whole bunch of if or else if statements, which for programming, that's not good. That's not really efficient. That's what I was looking for, efficient code. And yeah, it's just he did that. And let me mute this video here. And then so that was that. And then there's like these two other games that are really similar, and he's going after those games. Oh. And he's going after those two people, and he's like, "Hey, I'm suicidal or something. Remove this game." And then they're like, "Really?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I don't know if I can find the DM logs, whatever you call it. Now this happened on
I'll show you guys
Discord. So I don't know if I can find it, but YandereDev DMs or something. And he's trying to play the victim. Now, people were able to two games were able to pretty much program the same game but better and in a short amount of time. Because Yandere Sim was in development for like 6 years now in 2014. These two games were in development for a couple of weeks, like 3 weeks, and it already runs better, has more features, I think, and it just runs better. So I'm trying to find where is it? I thought I saw it earlier. But pretty much he tries to play the victim. So the whole thing about, now I have programmed before in Java and assembly and like C# or C++, and it can be hard. It gets frustrating. But there's more to do in if statements in your code, and it's not efficient when you just reuse the same thing over and over again. You can use methods, arrays, for loops, do while loops, because there's so much stuff you can do to programming that you don't always need to use if statements. So I'm trying to find where all these memes about all the stuff here. Close the door. So let's see. And it's funny, people have even donated money to this guy, and people are still getting banned from his server. And there's memes about like, "Oh, hey son, are you programming?" So I'm trying to find like uh goes after I was trying to find the article for that. And YandereDev goes after other projects. Like I'm trying, I don't know if they got deleted, but I can't find it. Game DM. Is that Keemstar? Yeah. So, okay, so And also he has a Patreon, so you could even like give him money. Uh, you can give him money for his game. I wouldn't. I don't like those types of games. I'm more into open world, like first person shooter type of stuff, like Witcher, that stuff. Also, Call of Duty, Battlefield, whatever. But I wouldn't give him money because, like I keep hearing, he's trying to add as many features as he can. He's not even trying to finish the game, and he's like, "Oh, I have depression. I'm suicidal. All this stuff," and it's like, and he can't build a game because people keep emailing him or calling him and all this other stuff. It's like, just ignore it, okay? Like, I don't have to tell you, man. That's a you problem. Like, again, there's all this stuff about him. Like, he should just, and like, I don't mind. Like, if I'm gonna program something, I don't mind getting help from other people. But he's too good for that. He's arrogant, egotistical. He just only cares about himself because he feels his code is the best. And if you try to prove him wrong, he will go after you and make you delete something or block you or ban you, whatever, if it's on his Discord server or block you on Twitter. He just doesn't listen. That's not a way to not really promote your game, but to seek help because he's gonna need help. If he's gonna debug that game in a couple years and all that stuff, that's not a good way to do that. So what I would do, I would be like, hey, this game's taking. I don't know what that says. Translate. Wait, what? What? So someone's in a different language. So I wouldn't um donate. I wouldn't spend any money towards YandereDev. That's my opinion. Because if you're having devs out there that are making the same game but better and way less time, then value wise, then yeah, that's the better thing to support. They're probably going to be more caring than YandereDev or Alex, whatever. So yeah, I wouldn't support that. And plus, like, I wouldn't even play a game from him if he's gonna act like he's acting like he's the best because he is he's trying to not get help, you know. He doesn't want help from and he does need help though. I've seen his code. Is he does need help. So I don't know why he doesn't want help. So it's just I don't know why I can't think a lot to say, but um yeah, pretty much like people have gotten banned joining the server. So if you look at it here, hey, I joined your Discord and got banned. So all this yeah, people want to interview him and stuff. So I don't know. Like I wouldn't support that. I don't support that. Now if this guy wanted help, like hey, I need help my game, then yeah, then that's cool and all. But he's acting like his code is the best and he doesn't need help when there are a lot of flaws in it. And I think he's one of those people that like if you just try to program, the compiler is like, hey, we have some warnings, it's running, but maybe change something. He's like, nah, it's fine. I'll just I'll work with it. Then that's and also his game just runs really bad, you know. So I wouldn't support that at all. You know, I don't know why people are giving. I mean, and he acts like, oh, he needs money. It's like people don't owe you money. You have to make the game, and then people will buy it. But if you like, yeah, he has a working game, which is cool and all. It's just unoptimized. It's buggy, and there's so much stuff he still needs to add. Like this Osana. I don't know what that. I don't know if that's a person or whatever. I don't follow the game a lot, but from what I've been, reading on the news and stuff, um, he keeps trying to add features. He's not trying to finish the game. Now, what I would do, I would try to finish the game at the basic level of what I wanted the original game to be, and then add features later on in future updates. Just do that. You don't need to throw in as many features as you can into the first game, unless like it's important to the game. Then yeah, but if it's like if you were making the game originally and then you're like after the fact, then just wait. And he's trying to deflect and say, "Oh, no one didn't recreate the game in 2 weeks." Like, and there's so much he. The funny part is that he has a like development blog thing of he writes a whole essay and stuff. So and there's all this stuff saying, "Oh, like he's just trying to deflect. Like he needs help." Okay, his and look at all this. He took time to write this huge like blog. And then at the bottom, he's like, "Oh yeah, here's what we fixed." Now, there's other people saying, just work on the game, okay? Stop worrying about what other people are saying, okay? Uh, Work out on all the bugs. So, don't care about what people are saying. But look, some people are simping for him. They're just jealous of your amazing. I wouldn't call a game like that amazing in my opinion because if other people can make something the same but better and quicker, then there's a problem. He worked on the game for like 6 years. Okay, people have been making it in a few weeks. And there's I again if I had the DM logs, I would pull them up. I don't know where to find them. Look, people are just being shameless haters apparently. Let's see. Mm, yeah, this is the one I want to talk about the most, I guess, because this one is pretty important, I guess. Um I don't know, I just don't I never cared for the game. And there's all this, stuff about him being a pedo and you know, so I it's just look at this. He has a graph and it just goes down and then back up. So wait. Okay. So he's trying to say that because the abuse increases, his progress decreases. He could just ignore the abuse. Just don't have a Discord, or only have it if you actually need help. And people have actually tried helping him, and then he's just like, no. So okay, he says the funny thing is, like, I think one time he's like, "Oh, I'm not. I don't know. We'll talk about this quote right here. Refuses to accept programming assistance." And I have seen videos of his Discord where he has like a section for it. And if that's true, that you are accepting assistance, your game should have been done a lot quicker. You know, that's just common sense. Like if you're having a lot of people work on your game, if you have because a lot of people can do more than just one person at a time. Common sense. Because if one person's trying to do everything 24/7, you're gonna be mad tired. So if people are trying to help you, your game should be done quicker. In theory, your game's been out for like 6 years and it's not even finished yet. But if you're accepting assistance, and you say you always have welcomed assistance, I don't believe that. People do ban you. He does. I meant to say he does ban a lot of people or block people. Weird narrative. The fact that he has to make this whole blog post is concerning because if you just try to work on your game, you know, and did a steady job, then you wouldn't have to do this. But I mean, yeah, okay, he has a nice, monthly archive, which is cool. But I mean, okay, bug fixing. Okay, good. But like, again, okay, he has these like bug fixes. Like he's like, oh yeah, this thing's gonna be a long blog post because he's complaining about all the stuff like all the hate he's getting or whatever. So I don't know. This stream wasn't gonna be long today. I tried to make it a little bit longer, but people were able to, yeah, yeah. People are trying to say, oh, people are starting drama, and that's taking time away. Again, just ignore the drama. Let's see. People are like, oh, people are just, and the dude makes a lot of money.
Oh, no, 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 no.
If we check his code here, if a lot of empty stuff, a lot of look, a lot of if and this statements, a lot of them. That's the point I'm trying to make. It's I haven't seen stuff that the other people have made. Yeah, like that. You're not a developer. It's been 6 years. There's still no actual progress. Like I agree. If people are able to make the people that are able to make games in like a couple weeks, the same thing, I would have went right to them and be like, "Hey, I need help. I want to get this out quickly, but good at the same time, not, crap, but still good." I would have went to them. But no. He went to other people. He went to those people and harassed them to take it down because he's like, "Oh, it's affecting me and it's all about me." When he's starting some drama. Like people are just simping for him though. Like I that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't support someone who's I call it debating because like again I get a game takes a while to make and he's only one dude, but Undertale's it was made by one person. Bright Memory was made by one person, and I think Five Nights at Freddy's was made by one person. So and then how long was Five Nights at Freddy's in development? Let's see. I again these are two different games. 6 months. 6 months, dude. And the dude made more games after. And then you type in like FNAF 2, right? Yeah. It took 6 months to make the game. Meanwhile, again, these games would be popular if streamers like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye didn't stream those games. But again, that game is a lot more linear because you just open up lights and doors and check cameras and stuff. Still a fun game. But I know it's way different than Yandere Sim, whatever you call it. So that's the takeaways that go to people if you need help. Like go to actual people if you need help. Don't make a 3 million word blog about, oh, I keep getting abused, like just focus on the game. Go to people if you need help. Like that's what I suggest. Okay. I've programmed before. It's now it gets hard. Okay. Yeah, people took the concept and made it faster. And people are trying to defend him. Okay, I found one. Okay. He's like, oh, the actual drama started a while ago. And he's like, oh, I don't feel like talking about it. When he posts as I posted above or earlier, a couple thousand word blog thing, and he's like, oh, don't you see how harmful and damaging this is for me? And he's like, oh, if the cost of the game was ending a person's life, I canceled development. This all happened like I don't know, 8 days ago. Um, I don't know. I wish he just kept focusing because he keeps going back to the drama, which I get. There's gonna be drama. Again, it takes time to develop a game. Mario Odyssey. He's working. So there's also other tweets, where there's a demo for the game. I think what he has now is a demo, and what I heard is that he programmed it to where um it'll just work. It may not be the best, but the full version will be better. Now, if I'm making a demo, I want it to be the best as possible, so that when I do make the real game, I can use most of those assets and then make it better. But sometimes you have a down. Some E3 demos are better than the released or finished product, which is sad, but that's how some games are. Like Watch Dogs, as you guys may know. And he's like, "Oh, it's not difficult." So, I mean, yeah, this is one. There's two sides to it. There's kind of always two sides to everything. And like other games like Undertale, oh okay, it had apparently 2 people. Still not a lot of people working on a game though. Only 2 years to make Undertale. And like Hollow Knight or whatever. But so yeah, I'm gonna end it here. This is a short episode of Noah News episode 1 here. So I just thought I'd do this. So I was gonna name it Talking Tuesdays, but I want it to be more personal. So yeah. Let me know what you guys can say to make me improve, and I'll try those. If I don't need to improve, then that's fine. I'm gonna try to find more articles. So yeah, see you guys in the